we enter India, that spicy land that is somewhere east of Suez. Here a people that worship all things beautiful have built glorious temples that tower heavenward in never-dying splendor. Concrete dreams of long-forgotten sculptors carved with extreme delicacy and richness. Living stone more than 1,500 years old. Precise as if sculptured but yesterday, they defy the centuries without crumbling. Sacred animals range row upon row, with innumerable gods and goddesses, all massed in a complexity of form. Adjoining the temple stands the magnificent pool called Tepakulakulam, whose richness and splendor dates back to the time when it was a pleasure palace of an East Indian prince. Here his 1,000 wives splashed in the warm, perfumed waters, where men now gather to bathe before a holiday occasion. And all over the city, old and young are getting their annual scrubbing for the great festival of Dussehra, held every October. At the public pump, while the crowd awaits its turn, little Kamela is bathed by her beaming mother. The market stalls are piled high with dates, figs, and other delicacies, while along the busy streets, people rush to and fro, making last-minute preparations. Already, a lively group of Nautch dancers, with its one-man orchestra, has attracted the young blades of the district and gives this dashing young dandy something to think about. All roads lead to the celebration, and mendicant priests come wearing necklaces of sacred betel nuts. On the road, they pass the giant figure of Nandi, the holy bull. To denote their humility, the devout bend low and pass beneath the huge paw, then kiss it, praying for the strength and vitality the animal portrays. Already the streets are gaily decorated with flags, flowers, tapestries, canopies, costumes in blues, reds, and yellows, richly ornate in the spirit of the East. For this is the great lamp feast, celebrating the god Krishna's victory over a demon. A married woman waves a lighted lamp around the sacred elephant's trunk and places betel nuts, a coconut, and a silver coin at its feet. Then the elephant is brought out, decorated with a cloth of gold, precious stones, and garlands of flower. Treading slowly to the muted measure of drums and flutes, he seems to sense his own importance on this great occasion. With fanatic enthusiasm, the crowds surge around the palace of the Maharaja, who rules over a territory of 300,000 square miles, and whose wealth is measured in millions. Resplendent in jewels, the Maharaja comes out under his ever-present umbrella to review his subjects, who believe that only he can cast out the devils from their souls and protect them from the evil ghosts that fill the air. And now the grand parade is ready to begin. The elephants are lined up in company formation, all arrayed in holiday trappings, while the crowd rushes in to line the path of the procession. How India loves pageantry, color, the flash of jewels, waving flags and stirring music. They delight in the sheer frenzy of display. The muffled rhapsody of thin hide flutes and rhythmic drums stir their whole beings to worship, for they live in a world of religion. Idols and outward pageantry are but their symbols of religious ideas, outward forms of inner thoughts. Little Lakme, with the Jimmy Durante nose, has secured a front row seat with her pet Watson. And now, because of the special occasion of a visit by the Viceroy, another parade is added. It is an historic pageant showing the various means of transportation in India's history from earliest times. Dancing bears, always a source of entertainment in the East, take part in the procession. But baby doesn't like bears. This golden carved litter once carried a proud princess, and this elaborate affair transported a Maharaja. Pack camels loaded with spices, sandalwood, and ivory. More camels dragging a covered wagon, not unlike those of our own prairies. Also the stagecoach, and a camel cart with small wheels. More ox carts and carriages, their attendants wearing the costumes of bygone days. One with the devil's mask, a caravan of the ancient vehicles of generations of dead men. This woman watching the parade might almost be in it. And now in gorgeous array come the carriages of the Victorian era. To us, the gay 90s. Of course, these are drawn by camels instead of a tandem team of bays. But east is east and west is west. And so finally, the parades come to an end. But the fun's just beginning. They push and jostle each other, anxious to be the first at a ceremony so unusual that it could take place only in India. No, the crowd is not on fire, but by order of the Maharaja, they are being doused with a mixture of magenta perfume and rare oils that stain their white clothing red, a bond of everlasting friendship between the Maharaja and his subjects. The formal ceremony is now over. Everyone seeks his own pleasure. Many go to the amusement park, where they enjoy a ride on the granddaddy of all Ferris wheels. It's propelled by hand and doesn't go very high, but they get a thrill out of it just the same. And the little horses on the merry-go-round are like everything else in India. They tread on air. Shades of Coney Island, a spinning table as I live. Probably some enterprising Yank sold it to him. Boy, are we having fun. Here's the town champ. He must have glue on his Gandhi pants. Uh-oh, there he goes. Dharma, the Hindu Jim Londos, entertains the crowd with the ancient sport of catch-as-catch-can. Even priests want to see the wrestling match. Markings denote the caste. But not all priests are at the games. Some gather before the shrine of the giant horse, where in Sanskrit it is written, all beauty is of God, therefore all